Don't let the internet fool you about the gurus and how many successful people there are that are doing businesses and working from home or working for themselves, traveling, taking trips. Um, all that stuff is not built overnight. And I feel like a lot of people buy into the hype of business is so easy. All I gotta do is quit my job or start a business and then quit my job and everything is just gonna work out. But a lot of people don't actually tell you the struggles, the daily struggles, that they went through to be able to get to that success. A lot of people don't tell you about their struggles. Still, they're going through hard times, hard months where they make less than they were supposed to make, or they lose money. A lot of people don't tell you about how much money they lost when they first started doing business, or the lessons, the hard lessons that they had to learn. You can make so much mistakes when you're first starting out, while you're doing it. Even though you're learning, you can still keep making mistakes. Business is not easy. And I feel like, a lot of people understand that. That is why they choose a 9 to 5 job, because it's structured, there's a routine, there's a schedule, there's a set amount of salary that you're gonna make. So it's kind of secure to people that are okay with just having the job or the one job or the two jobs, right? Because there is a certain sense of certainty on how things are gonna go. You show up, you work the hours, you get the pay. That's it, right? But business, on the other hand, works a totally different way, where the amount of work that you put in is what dictates how much you make. And sometimes even the amount of work you put in is not the only determinant factor, because customer base, it could be a huge part of how much you make. Because if you have only 5 customers and you're selling something for $10 a month, that's only $50 a month, right? If you're selling a product or a merchandise, right? Or if you're in a location or a geographical location that is not suitable for the business, you might have all the products but supply outweighs the demand, right? So you're stuck with all these products and you can't sell them. So there's the downside of business, where the uncertainty leads to anxiety of how the next paycheck is gonna look like, or how the next check that you're gonna get is gonna look like. You know what I mean? Or some businesses that are seasonal, you make a certain amount of money during the winter, but in the summer you don't, or vice versa. There's all of that part of why being a business owner is hard. You talk about lack of support. A lot of your friends are not gonna support you when you start businesses, but that's okay. You do not need them anyways. What you need is clientele and customers. You do not need friends to post you. If they do, that's great, but that's where your money comes in handy, because these days there's so many ways to run ads and reach the targeted audience that you need to buy or to patronize your business, right? So gone are those days where you're waiting for friends to support you and post and repost and all of that stuff, right? The benefits when you finally do it and accomplish it, and you're basking in the glory of a successful business, cannot be compared to anything else, because now you're not working for the boss, you are the boss. You control your time, you control how much money you want to make, you control when you're going on vacation and for how long. You don't need to talk to the man upstairs for anything, right? You bear all the risks, but you reap 100% of the reward. No risk, no reward, right? So that is just the thing about being a business owner, that I feel like a lot of people underestimate the struggle until you find that balance, and until you get stabilized. And even when you're stabilized, anything can happen, right? Never put your eggs in one basket. So even if you start a successful business, don't get comfortable and think that's all you need. That's the same thing as getting stuck believing that all you need is that job that you're in. Businesses go out of business every day. People lose businesses close down every day, just the same way people's businesses have been affected by the COVID, the pandemic, and they had to close down. I've seen a lot of people that were in that boat, or businesses were reduced, or restrictions and government regulations forced them to close or operate on a way more restricted level. So you can imagine what it's like for such people. It's a really tough time for business owners, but at the same time, there's a lot of business owners that are starting up right now and they're booming because they have the right idea, or they're in the right industry at the right time, because business is also about opportunities, right? And following the right opportunities, or the opportunities finding you. So it is very, very, very rewarding, like I said, when you finally get to that level where you're making all the money. But the challenge, you have to literally have the mindset of a business owner and understand that you might fall, you might fail, but you pick it up and you keep going and you start the next business, or you keep growing your business, you keep learning, you keep building your skill, you keep building yourself, and eventually you do get to success. So don't let YouTube or Instagram and the luxurious lifestyle that you see everybody living make you think that, oh, it's too much for you, or you can't do it, or it's too easy. Everybody has their path, every business has its path. Find the right people to inspire you, find the right people to learn from, and then start building your business. Start or keep pushing your business until it gets to that level. Reach more people, do more ads. Make sure you strategize. Strategy is the most important part of starting a business. You have to have a business plan. You have to know how you're gonna run your business. You gotta know what structure of business you're going to have. All of these things are very important in starting a business. You gotta understand basically how your business works before other people can understand how your business works. And you gotta pick the right business for you. You gotta know what you're good at, what you're gonna succeed at, because if you pick the wrong business in the wrong industry, you're more than likely to not succeed. You know what I mean? So you gotta pick what's right for you. A lot of people will tell you when you're starting a business, do something that you already have a little bit of an idea on, or do something that you're passionate about, because these things are going to keep you going when you hit the hard hurdles and the challenges and obstacles that you need to overcome. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's a very, very important part of being a business owner or being an entrepreneur that I feel like I should put in there. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down in the comment section below. And I'll see you in the next video.